There are multiple versions of you that exist on different planes of existence in different dimensions. But with all of the work that you've been doing, with all of the energy and the effort that you've put into raising your vibrational frequency, you're about to bring them all into one. You are about to reach the ultimate level of existence. You are reaching a higher level of consciousness. So you will therefore be able to align with all that you deserve. Everything that you've prayed for, everything that you've tried to manifest is now going to flow to you because you are on another level. You have ascended. Welcome and welcome back, family. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're already a part of our soul family, thank you for returning. You are loved and appreciated. Today is Friday, May 23rd, 2025, but the time you're hearing this message is the time you're supposed to hear this message because these readings are timeless, okay? Also keep in mind that these are messages from your guides and ancestors. However, they are collective messages, which means that not everything is going to fit for everybody. Take what fits and leave what doesn't. Okay. If you want a personal reading and you want me to look specifically into your energy and the energy surrounding you, there will be a link down below in the description box where you can book that reading with me. Okay. So back to this message with the lovers here upright. Okay. There is an awakening happening. It's the awakening of the divine feminine. But remember, we all have masculine and feminine energy. And so what this is a balancing of the two: duality, oneness, and balance. Okay? And so with the lovers here, for a lot of you, you are reconnecting with self. That's what that means. You're reconnecting with self. You're creating oneness with self. You're reaching another level of oneness with self, okay? And so it's the divine feminine and the divine masculine unifying in order to balance energies. And so many people will be developing more feminine powers like intuition, okay, the ability to create and the ability to nurture. And I said this in another message a few days ago. People are caring more. People are going to start to have more compassion for each other. People are going to start to want to connect with each other more. They're getting out of that whole introvert stage, and now we're connecting and we're building with one another. We're planning, we're organizing, we are congregating, okay? And so for some of you, I feel like this is love. So it's like, for some of you, this is love for self, right? But for some of you, you have connected with a soulmate, or you will be connecting with a soulmate. I feel like this individual mirrors you. And so it's the divine feminine and the divine masculine joining as one. This is a very powerful time to be alive. I'm hearing Eve gene, the mitochondrial Eve. And so some of you guys may be tracing your lineage. Some of you guys may be healing mother wounds within you. The matriarch of the family is very powerful because she creates, she nurtures. And so now a lot of us are connecting with that. Whereas before, a lot of us may have been in our masculine energy more, right? Because it's like, remember I told you guys yesterday about, and if you didn't listen to this reading, I suggest you go listen to it. But I was talking about the fact that we have been programmed to think that we have to work hard in order to attain that in which is already ours. We were bamboozled into thinking that in order to attain wealth, abundance and prosperity, you have to work hard. But the truth is, you just have to align with it because you were born with it being yours. This is your birthright. This is your natural inheritance. And so a lot of people will be connecting with that feminine energy. We got men connecting with their feminine energy as well, doing more meditating, resting more, doing more journaling, doing more healing, right? Doing more creating instead of just trying to rush to work every day just so that they can pay the bills and survive. They're making time for their mental health, their spiritual health. They're making time to heal the wounds within. Remember yesterday I was talking about toxic masculinity. Everything is connecting. All of that is being healed, okay? And so to clarify the lovers, we got the Two of Wands in reverse. But first, before I get to that, I want to touch on the fact that some of you, like, reptiles are here. Okay? So what that means is that we're all, not only are we living amongst reptilians, okay? And I don't know if you guys remember, I was talking about there being a group of individuals or entities or beings that are hell-bent on keeping you back. I feel like this has to do with some of the reptilians. And on the flip side, 2025 is the year of the snake. And I didn't realize that before. I don't know. I knew that, but my mind wasn't connecting the dots because I keep seeing freaking reptiles. And so this is the year of the snake. And this is also the year 9, right? Even though time is an illusion, but as we know it to be, right now, this is the year 9, and 9 is a number of change and transformation. And what do snakes do? They shed dead skin. So a lot of you guys, in the midst of your healing, you're releasing that which no longer serves you so that you can make room for new things, beautiful things to come to you. Okay. So with the Two of Wands here in reverse, some of you guys, like, you feel like you don't deserve this. And this is why it's so important to work on your healing, work on your mental health, work on sitting in stillness, work on journaling and acknowledging and feeling your feelings instead of running from them. Because there's programming within you that makes you think that you don't deserve this, but it's already yours. Okay, it's been yours. Because the Two of Wands in reverse says, you may feel that you do not deserve all that you have been blessed with and have accomplished. Okay? But you do deserve it. That's an illusion. Some of you guys, like, you're starting businesses in the midst of this unifying of the divine feminine and masculine, and you're creating beautiful products, creating a beautiful service, and people are going to patronize you. You're going to be very successful. So some of you will need to delegate your responsibilities. Some of you guys will be hiring assistants. Okay. Now, moving forward, the Fall of Grenada. This is equivalent to the Tower card. Okay. And so with the Tower, things come crashing down so that new things can come in. Okay. And so I feel like a lot of you are reclaiming your power. Okay. And as you're stepping into this power, what's happening is you are healing. And so a lot of things are going to be brought to the surface. A lot of issues and trauma will be coming to a head. So what's going to happen is maybe exes are going to be coming up. You know, old situations that you thought you got rid of will be coming up. For some of you, you will be going to court, judgment, okay? And for others of you, this may not be court in the sense of law, but like, I want to say court in the sense of being like within the 5D. Because like I was saying in the beginning of the reading, there are different planes of existence, right? So you got the physical plane, the astral plane, the mental plane, the spiritual plane, the divine plane, the causal plane. You guys can study that on your own time, but there are so many different planes of existence. So it doesn't have to be that you're attending court physically. It could be that your guides are judging whether or not they're going to move you up to the next level. So there are going to be some things coming up that you will need to take care of, okay? And this is why it's so important to heal things and not just sweep things under the rug. Some of you guys are having important conversations with people that hurt you. And I was saying earlier, some of you are healing mother wounds as well. So that's significant here. Some of you guys, like, you were present during the building of pyramids. You were present. You were there. You watched it. Stone by stone. That's interesting. We got Shango energy here again as well with lightning coming out. So that's also your passion. You guys really got to study the Orisha Shango. So all of this is happening seemingly fast. But remember, time is an illusion. So it's not really happening fast. It's been happening for generations. It's been happening for a very, very long time. And so we have ancestors that paved the way. Many of us are our ancestors that paved the way. And then we came back with unfinished business. And now we want to finish the job. We came here to accomplish what we could not complete before. And so your guides are saying to brace yourself, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing because the fall of Grenada represents change that is not only fast, it's unexpected. So a lot of you guys are getting unexpected money. And I've been telling you guys for weeks now, plan out your money. But you should be doing this with anything you want to manifest realistically. You want to write it down as if you already have it. Okay, so if you're trying to manifest $300,000, you want to write down what you're going to do with it. What are you going to invest it into? You want to plan so that it doesn't take you by surprise and then you squander it. And so for some of you, you're really emotional right now. Some of you guys, like, that's a part of your releasing. You're doing a lot of crying, men as well. And some of the men are like you guys might be very sensitive and emotional and you feel like you're soft, but the reality of it is that's not a bad thing. You're softening up. Doesn't mean that you're any less masculine, but you are softening up. You're reaching a level of compassion. Like you're no longer going to be cold and distant anymore, because in order for us to raise the vibrational frequency of the planet, love has to be at the forefront. Toxic masculinity is not love. Okay? Feeling like you're gay if you hug another dude or feeling like you're soft because you cry or because you have emotions, that's not love. So what your guides are doing right now is they're softening all of that up. So yes, for some of you guys, there's some waterworks happening right now. For many of you, you're letting go of the things you can't control. And let's say that in the comment section, because that's powerful, okay? I want you to say, I release the need to control what I cannot change. I release the need to control what I cannot change. Because I feel like some of you guys are attached to the outcome. And so maybe you're missing the experience, the beauty of the experience, the beauty of the journey. So one thing we really cannot control in this plane, at least, is the outcome. So once you release that, you will feel lighter. You will begin to trust the universe. You will be able to let go. Somebody said in the comment section the other day, they don't use the word surrender. and I had to look up the etymology of that. Like, I actually learned a lot from you guys. I really do appreciate your feedback, and I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you sharing your thoughts. So yeah, we're not going to say surrender, but we're letting go of the need to want to control everything, because that's stressful. And that says that you don't trust your guides, you don't trust your higher self, and you don't trust your ancestors. So it's important to let go of that, okay? So now, with the fall of Grenada, some of you guys may be fire signs: Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Some of you may be water signs: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? And if your sun, moon, or rising isn't in one of those signs, your Mars may be in fire or water, okay? Some of you guys are life path 2s, life path 7s, or life path 9s. Some of you guys may have been born on the 27th of the month. For some of you, your birthday's coming up. Happy birthday. Some of you guys may have been born in the 9th month, or the 2nd month, or the 7th month. You guys are brainiacs. Like, you're a modern day brainiac. And I feel like for some of you, you're being challenged to use your brain more. I don't know. It's like there are things that are happening around you. Like, you may have people calling you, or maybe if you're at work, like, people are calling on you more often. You're being challenged to use a higher percentage of your brain, because realistically, I don't think we even use 20% of our brains. Don't quote me on that, but we use a lot less of our brains than we used to. That I know for a fact. So moving forward, we got the 3 of Swords here in reverse, okay? Some of you guys are air signs: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Some of you guys, like, your name, first, middle, or last, may start with a B, an I, an A, a Y, an H. So the 3 of Swords represents, drumroll, letting go. It's so funny, okay? It represents letting go. It says you no longer wish to fight the inevitable, and you finally let go. You begin a period of recovery and healing. And so while this is happening, many of you guys are realizing that what you thought was a setback, what you thought was a delay, really ends up being a blessing in disguise. Like, everything happened for a reason. Redirection was for your own protection. All right? And so as you're reclaiming your power, you're realizing that vulnerability is powerful. You're realizing that letting go and trusting is powerful, because that says that you're being guided by yourself that exists on another plane. That's actually really cool when you think about it. So you guys are stepping into your power, okay? And so the divine feminine is a source of healing, empowerment, and growth. And so many of you are stepping into an energy of authenticity, and that's bringing fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, all types of fulfillment. And so when you feel fulfilled, you're happier. When you're happier, you are on a higher vibrational frequency. When you're on a higher vibrational frequency, you're in a more powerful place to manifest. Everything is going to start coming to you. You become a magnet. And another really cool thing about the rise or the awakening of the divine feminine is that now we will begin challenging patriarchy. We will begin to challenge patriarchal structures so that we can create a more balanced and inclusive world for all of us. This is really specific right here. Some of you guys have been trying to trace your lineage, and you've been looking through your father's side, and now you're learning that the more efficient way to do it, the traditional way to do it, is to look through your mother's side. The matrilineal, I think that's the word. Okay. And so now you're going to get further with your genealogical research because now you're tracing it the right way. Remember, everything leads to us being misled. Everything leads to us being confused because the more confused we are, the less we will remember who we are. Okay? So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's drop some synchronicities. Okay, for some of you, your name, first, middle, or last may begin with a J or a K. Some of you guys may have been born in May, or you might be a life path 5. Some of you may be a life path 6 or 9, or you may have been born in June or September. Some of you guys may have been born in August, or you may be a life path 8. Somebody may have been born in the 80s as well. Somebody might have been born in 88, 84. Some of you may have a grandparent born in 48. Some of you may have been born in 98 or 89 or 99. Somebody might have a 2-year-old toddler. Or some of you have been on your spiritual journey for 2 years now. Some of you may be 21, or you may have a 21-year-old adult child. Some of you may have a 12-year-old, or some of you may be born in December. Let me see. Somebody may have been born in April. I don't know if I said that already, the 4th month. February also, March. Okay, well, that's all I have for you, family. If you want more clarity, definitely book a personal reading with me down below in the description box, okay? Try out our past life readings, which are only up for a limited time only. And currently, we're doing it first come, first serve, because we don't know how long we will offer that service. But during these past life readings, you'll be able to take a look into a key past life so you can see what may be causing blockages in this lifetime due to traumas from that past life, okay? You'll also be able to see your role in society. Who were you and how does it relate to who you are now? How does it affect who you are now, okay? So that link is also down below in the description box. We also offer birth chart and life path readings, okay? Follow me on all social media platforms. All of those links, anything that you need from me is down below in the description box. Thank you guys for all your donations. If you would like to donate, I appreciate that. That link is also in the description box, okay? Sending you guys so much love, hugs, and healing energy. Until next time, peace and oneness.